What's going on, video? I just spent the last 2 hours formulating every single team I could remember using or that I could find using in all my playthroughs of Pokemon ever. So I'm gonna rank them all. Starting with Pokemon Fire Red. You can very tell this is my kids team because it's Blastoise, Cypher, Dragonair, and then the 3 legendary birds. 2 of them aren't fully evolved. One was a level 83 Blastoise, and the other 3 were legendary birds. This is a prime child's first playthrough team. I'd say probably like a C. No, I'd say like a D tier. I think it's heavily carried by the Pokemon selection isn't bad. Other than like Cypher, because Cypher was bad in Gen 1. But the problem is the levels were like horrendously put out. Next is my Pokemon Blue team, which was the first team I made, and I don't know what happened to that team. So, the second Pokemon Blue team I made was Venusaur, Fearow, Nidoking, Marowak, Jinx, and Gyarados. This is pretty solid team. That's like a solid A tier. I enjoyed using this team a lot. Jinx was the only one I didn't enjoy using because I hate Jinx. But as a member, she was really good. That's why I used her. Marowak, Cook, it was just a great. I think my only actually, I'm moving down B tier. My biggest problem is the overlap of ground types. I had Marowak and Nidoking, and ground types were not the best in Gen 1. Nidoking had that one glitch, but I never really used that glitch, so we were all good. Next is my Pokemon Yellow team. This was a bit older when I got on the 3DS. Yeah, of course, the Pikachu, Dodrio, Butterfree, Snorlax, Venusaur, and Hitmonchan. This was honestly like this was an A tier team for me. Like all the Pokemon I had on his team put in a good amount of work. Even Butterfree was going crazy. I enjoyed this team a lot. I decided I was gonna like, oh, should I use all 3 of the starters? I'm like, nah, I'll just use Venusaur because I like Venusaur a lot. So that's how we got there. It's a really good team. I enjoyed using it a lot. And Dodrio was definitely the ace of my team. God, that Dodrio destroyed everything. Next is my most recent Gen 1 team, Leaf Green, and last one ranking because I could not remember about my Eevee team, and I lost all my data on my Switch for every single Pokemon game because Nintendo locked my data across Nintendo Online, and then when it ran out, because I got a second Switch because my first one broke. When Nintendo Online ran out, I can't get back to it, so you know it is what it is. But anyways, we have my Pokemon Leaf team with Venusaur, Fearow, Sandslash, Ninetales, Hitmonchan, Vaporeon. This is S tier team for me. I loved using this team. I had Venusaur. Venusaur is a great starter. I had all my Pokemon. The only thing I was gonna do differently was Vaporeon was supposed to be Jolteon, but then I realized I need Surf to kind of do things, so I did Vaporeon instead. Hitmonlee put in some good work. It was just a bit tough getting him up levels because, you know, by the time I got him, everyone else was like level 30, 35, and he was like 25. Vaporeon, same issue, but it was a bit more manageable because it wasn't Saffron State, it was whatever that say it was, Celadon. My Ninetales put in a good amount of work. Sandslash was actually probably my second best Pokemon on this team, surprisingly. I think Fear was definitely my best. It destroyed everything. But Sandslash was putting in work with Earthquake and Slash. Next is Gold. Pokemon Gold, I had Typhlosion, Ampharos, Noctowl, Espeon, Heracross, and Skarmory. I'll give this like a A tier. It was a good team. I just never got to fight Red with it because my battery, the internal clock ran dry and then reset everything. I wish I got more time with this because it was great. I loved using this team. You know, next was Soul Silver. This you could tell I made this as a kid because it has Typhlosion and Lugia, both were like in their 60s. Then a level 30 Ursaring, and the other 3 were 25 and 30 respectively. You had 30 Ursaring, 30 Togetic, 23 Weepinbell, and 25 Haunter. This was a straight ass team. I'm not gonna lie, this is an F tier. Well, no, D tier, because again, as a kid team, not F tier. I could not use this team. Like at least my D tier, my Fire Red team, at least had 3 legendary birds. It was like at least semi able to do it. This team was completely reliant on 2 Pokemon. Everything else was there for filler. For it be like, oh, I need this one die. Let me go heal it. Next is my last Gen 2 playthrough, which was for Alligator, Crobat, Donphan, I think it's called Non-Fan. You know what I'm talking about. Gyarados, Espeon, Xatu. This was a solid A tier team. My only problem is I had Xatu. I just kind of put it there because I didn't know what else to put. It was a kind of a filler because I already had a flying and a psychic type, so it was kind of there. I mean, it was a good medium role. I did like this team a lot though. For Alligator put in his work. I had two water types on this team again. I don't know why, but I did. Don fan put in a lot of work. Everyone put in a lot of work. Actually, I'm putting it down B tier because there's two overlaps in this team, not one but two, and I don't like that. Now is my Emerald team, with which was my Ruby team was lost to time, by the way. I can never find that team again. But my Emerald team was Sceptile, Gardevoir, Flygon, Aggron, Bayonet, and Exploud. This is S tier. This is probably my favorite team I've ever used. I love this team. Every single Pokemon put in great work. It was very unique. No Pokemon overlapped. I don't think there was a single type that overlapped in this entire team, and that was great for like viability the game through. Plus, it's some of my favorite Pokemon from Gen 3. I was really fighting between Salamence and Flygon, though, but I ended up going with Flygon just because he's available at a better time. And my god, I love this team. S tier. Next, we have Omega Ruby. This is Sceptile, Swellow, Latios, Manectric, Mescuria, however you say that, and Groudon. This is an F tier team for me, god. I like Sceptile. Sceptile is one of my favorite Pokemon. My favorite starter, second favorite starter, actually, next to my glorious King Decidueye. But I love Sceptile. I love Groudon. Manectric's cool. Latios is alright. My problem because of Swellow and the other one. I hated those Pokemon. They stuck so much ass. Even at the same level as everything else, they underperformed every single time. My god, I'm never using those two again. But anyway, here's my Alpha Sapphire team. Fun fact, I only got this because I had birthday money. And it was really bored during a car ride, and I didn't want to restart my Omega Ruby. So I just bought Alpha Sapphire with that birthday money. But anyway, this is Swampert, Mightyena, Crobat, Latios, Sandslash, and Kyogre. I'm gonna say this is all like D tier team. I think overall I used Pokemon. A lot of Pokemon here I like. Like I like Swampert. I love Mightyena. I love Sandslash. I like Crobat. Latios is cool. Kyogre's cool. It's just my biggest problem comes with I like Sandslash and Mightyena, but by the time in Gen 6 they sucked. Like there's no even in Gen 3 Mightyena was introduced, he sucked. But in Gen 6 those two Pokemon sucked absolutely. But I enjoyed using them for most part. I'll put like a solid B tier. I like that team. Next is my Diamond team, and this is a pretty basic team. I'm not gonna lie. Oh no, this is my Diamond team. This is Infernape, a Floatzel, a Lucario, Crobat, Kricketune, and whatever it's called, Bastiodon. This is a solid, I want to say C tier team. Infernape, Lucario, Kricketune I loved using. Crobat was alright to use, same with Floatzel. Bastiodon was a pain to use. Kricketune unironically put in a lot of work on this team. He was like hitting Kricketune of X-Scissor, Swords Dance was for some reason going crazy. Well, Swords Dance is cool, but it was going crazy for some reason. I have no idea why. Lucario was cool. Obviously, Infernape was good. Floatzel. I mean, I'm not a big fan of like Floatzel. That's one reason this brings down. Crobat's a cool Pokemon. It's just overall, I think it didn't help that the game experience was just kind of boring with these because it's a slow game. Next is my Platinum team, which happened to be Torterra, Bronzong, Kricketune, Luxray, Giratina, and Bibarel. I'm gonna say C tier for different reasons. Actually, no, pretty same reasons. I loved using these Pokemon. Like, I liked the Pokemon I picked. Bibarel was just kind of there for a HM slave. My biggest issue with this is Luxray sucks absolute ass. Like, oh my god, that is a horrendously built Pokemon. He's a physical electric attacker with his highest physical electric attack move being a 55. His special attack sucks, but he has discharge at 90 base power. His moveset is just horrendous. All his most powerful moves are special for some reason. Kricketune was alright, but in Platinum, I don't think he's as good as he was in Diamond. Bronzong was fun, and Torterra was really fun. Giratina was the legendary. I was a kid, I used him. Luxray just brings this down so much. Bibarel also being Slave brings it down. And Kricketune was not as good this time around as Diamond, so that brought it down a bit. But like, I like the other three mons, but Giratina is also kind of just the legendary. Anyway, next is my Brilliant Diamond. I'm gonna give the solid A tier. I used Infernape, Gastrodon, Lucario, Roserade, Scaraptor, and Drifloon. My biggest issue with this team is the fact I am not a huge Infernape fan. Like, I like all the Gen 4 starters. I think they're amazing. I just wanted to use Torterra, but then I realized, wow, it's between this, Houndoom, and Ponyta. Not Ponyta, Rapidash. Rapidash sucks. I could have used Houndoom. I don't know why I didn't, but I decided to use Fernape. It probably would have been better if I used Houndoom and then Torterra, although and switched off Drifloon. But it is what it is. Infernape was cool using. Lucario loved using. Scraptor, Roserade, Gastrodon, Drifloon, all great Pokemon to use. Of course, basic, but Gen 4 also has a completely shit Pokemon selection, so you can only do so much. I'm at black. My black team's S tier. It consisted of Samurott, Gigalith, Electros, Chandelure, Ferrothorn, and Archeops. Chandelure is my favorite Pokemon of all time, so that already elevates it. I love Electros, I love Gigalith. I love all these Pokemon that I put on that team. Gen 5 has some of my favorite Pokemon of all time. I love that. I love Samurott. Even though Superior is my favorite starter, I do love Samurott. It's great Pokemon. I just loved using this team. It was so fun to use. I loved Archeops because he was bad after he got low, so you had to like manage that well. But he was fast. So he's got my fast Blitzer. Gigalith I traded over to Black 2 and then traded it back so I could get it. Electros was great. Had no weaknesses, so that was an advantage, but it wasn't the strongest Pokemon. So even though it was good, like it didn't have weaknesses, it still had to deal with the moveset and had to like work around that. Ferrothorn was great using, he's just a tank slow Pokemon. It was great. Even though he is not the best typing, could have been worse. Samurott's a great Pokemon. He's just a great team. And Chandelure is definitely my MVP. I love that team. Next is my Black 2 team. I'm going to say A tier. I actually played Black 2 before Black 1. And this I had Superior, Golurk, Sock, Bayonet, Altaria, and Caboleon. You may be thinking, hey, that's not the worst team in the world. But I had two overlaps of Bayonet and Golurk. Sock and Altaria were good, but the problem is half my team was super late game Pokemon. Like, I'm pretty sure Altaria and Golurk you couldn't get till like literally before the Elite Four. Cobalion was a legendary you couldn't catch for a while. Sock was cool. I think he was also late game Pokemon, so it was really just like Bayonet and Superior for most of my run. But yeah, no, that's like an A tier team. But actually, no, it's probably C tier just because of the. I want to put B tier because I like all the Pokemon I used, but like just the fact that I found them so late was bad. Pokemon Y. Going back to this, I was super surprised how solid this team was, especially because Kid Me was not the best at making teams, and this was a Kid Me team, but this team was very solid. It was Greninja, Charizard, Tyrantrum, Noivern, Talonflame, and Yveltal. I'm going to say B tier because there are two overlaps. Both Talonflame and Charizard were Flying and Fire type, and Tyrantrum and Noivern were both Dragon type. And also Noivern was also Flying type again. So you had three Flying types, two Fire types, two Dragon types. You also had two Dark types in Yveltal. I actually had four Flying types. There's a lot of overlap in this team, but overall the team is I think I solidly made it as a kid. I do think Mega Charizard Y was my GOAT. My MVP was definitely the Mega Charizard Y. I enjoyed using all those Pokemon. They're all Pokemon I love and amazing. I like that team. Now Pokemon X. This one I played like 2 or 3 years after. A lot better of a team, like well made. I still think it's B tier because it's just not my favorite team. Delphox grew on me as a Pokemon. I like it. Venusaur is one of my favorite starters. Or is my favorite Gen 1 starter, so I like that. Espeon's cool. Aegislash I love. Scolipy's cool, and Crobat's cool. But that's like the problem. 3 of these Pokemon are cool. 2 of them I love, or 4 of these Pokemon are cool. 2 of them I love. The team itself was alright. It was pretty well balanced. It's just, would I make this team? Actually, no, I'd put A tier. I would make this team again. But like still, there are better teams. Next is my Pokemon Moon team. And I used Decidueye, Talonflame, Haunter, Metagross, Lunala, and of course Wishiwashi. Now I had 3 Ghost types on his team. Not the best. I think something that's really funny is because I was meant to trade Haunter with a friend so I could get Gengar. but I just beat the game before I traded, so I just had a Haunter when I won. And honestly, it was a pretty solid team. I'd say like A tier, not S tier. Wishy-Washy definitely put in the work while he was in his big form, but second he got a small form, he sucked. Although it was a story game, so it didn't matter. Wishy-Washy was still at least able to put a bit of work. Metagross was great. Talonflame and Decidueye definitely put in their work. Lunala, of course, was the legendary. I thoroughly enjoyed using this team, and I loved this team as a kid. I still love it now. Next is Ultra Moon. Now this S tier team. Decidueye, Gyarados, Zoroark, Muck, or Alolan Muck, Vikavolt, and the other Necrozma. I think it's Dawn Necrozma. S tier. Zoroark and Decidueye, two of my top 10 favorite Pokemon of all time. Muck, I love Muck. Gyarados is cool. Vikavolt's cool. And Ultra Necrozma is sick and definitely one of my favorite legendaries. It's so cool. I loved using this team. It was great. I was one of the people who did catch a Zoroark and a Muck. So that final fight against Ultra Necrozma was a lot easier. But I just love this team. All the Pokemon I use are great. I just love them. Next is my Pokemon Shield team. My Pokemon Shield team, or not Shield, Sword, was Inteleon, Corviknight, Runerigus, Flapple, Toxtricity, and Sirfetch'd is S tier team for me. This is definitely when I started like building teams better. I loved using every single one of these Pokemon. They're great to me. I had so much fun with this team. I think this is the first team I fully named all my Pokemon, because the rest I just kind of like left them as their normal names. I don't know why. But I remember I had Bond. I had Bond the Corviknight. I had Corrin the Corviknight, Bond the Inteleon. And like it was great. I loved using them. Runerigus was annoying to get, but I still like it. I liked using this team. It was great. Next is my Shield team. I'd say this is more of a speed tier team. I used Rillaboom, Froslass, Bisharp, Tyranitar, Meowstic, and Sylveon. I like these Pokemon. Rillaboom less so than the others, but the problem is it wasn't the most fun for me. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I mean, these are cool Pokemon. I like them, but it's just they're Pokemon I would have probably rather used in that generation. But I just didn't want to have the same team as last time. But you know, it's cool. It's B tier. Next is Arceus team number 1, because I had to restart Arceus. Because I lost all my data. First, we have Typhlosion, Scraptor, Zoroark, Yanmega, Gliscor, and Avalon. A tier. The only thing holding this back is Avalon. I love Avalon, but he sucks in battle so much. Yanmega and Gliscor were so fun. Of course, Zoroark, Hisuian Zoroark is my favorite Pokemon of all time, top 2. He's my second favorite, next to Chandelure, actually. I love Hisuian Typhlosion. Scraptor's a cool Pokemon. I say A tier. It was a very good team. Avalon just holds it back. My second one that I made for Arceus was Samurott, Widear, Cleavor, Basculegion, not Skarmory, Braviary, and again, Zoroark. I'd say A tier again. I just used all the Pokemon from this generation. First time I did, I'm like, why didn't I use that? I usually do that now, at least, or I try to, unless there's just no other options. But like I enjoyed using these Pokemon. Cleavor could have been better. Widear was good. They're all good Pokemon. It's just they aren't my favorite. Like I like Braviary, but I prefer normal Braviary. Samurott and Zoroark, I do like more than normal ones. The other ones I didn't like as much as normal ones, except for Widear and Basculegion, obviously because they were just evolved forms. But I don't know. It was just something about this team wasn't S tier to me. And finally, my newest team, my Scarlet team, well, second newest team. Scarlet team is of course Skeldurge. Don't know what that one's called. The green olive one. Wugtrio, Baxcalibur, Reverum, and King Gambit. This is a A tier team for me. I love Skeldurge and Baxcalibur. I love those Pokemon now. Baxcalibur is my second favorite two legendary next to Komodo. Skeldurge probably actually became a very starter I love. I love its design, especially since I'm a Floridian, and you know we got these alligators over here. King Gambit's cool. It's an evolution of Bisharp. I love Bisharp. I love King Gambit. Reverum, I think it's really cool. I think it's very unique to have a Poison Steel Car Pokemon. It was held back by Wugtrio heavily because Wugtrio sucked ass in battle. It died every single time I put it out. I could only do like one attack with it and gone. Sometimes not even if the other Pokemon was faster, because it wasn't even super fast. And the Olive Pokemon, I thought it was going to be like a weird flying one. It was cool though. It's not the worst. I just think it's held back heavily by Trio. Yeah, that was every single team I've ever used in a Pokemon game history that I could remember, or that wasn't lost to time like my Ruby team. But yeah, that's it. Bye bye.